What's going on, Saints fans? It's the Baddest Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. I'm EJ504 here. And also, right there, we got the link in the chat right there for those who are ready to come on in and talk with us today on the Baddest Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. My dad, my co host, he'll be coming up in here shortly with me every 504. He'll be up in here. It's the Saints versus the Jets today. The Saints versus the Jets. Aaron Glenn makes his way back to the Dome. He was a coaching candidate, a head coaching candidate last season that could have come, to New Orleans, but he chose the Jets ultimately. A team that he was familiar with, who he played with before over there. So can't really get too mad at him, but still appreciative for the things that he has done over there with us over in the black and gold. It's going to be a battle today. What's interesting about him too, as well as he kind of mentioned in some of his press conferences this week, he talked about that he is very high on Tyler Shuck. He actually thought that he might have no, well, the Jets franchise, we were a couple of picks. The Saints were 2 picks ahead of the Jets in the second round. They might have, if he was still on the board there, they might have would have picked up Tyler Shuck. So that was very, very interesting comments right there. They were very interested in him in the draft process. They actually brought him in for a visit. The Saints didn't bring Tyler Shuck in for a visit. So it was very interesting comments right there. But it should be a good game here. Kellen Moore versus Aaron Glenn. Like I said, AG didn't decide he wanted to come to New Orleans. He chose the Jets. Kellen Moore ended up being the guy that the Saints ultimately had to roll with. And right now, both of them aren't having the greatest of seasons right here, but this is a good measuring game. But right here to see who coaches better than the other today, even though they don't have really much to work with, but it'll be a fun game for sure. We got also Jerry G in the chat. He's always lit. He says, "Game day, who that nation?" Said EJ, yes, sir. He also said, "Happy holidays and Merry Christmas." Yes, sir, for that. You also see Nas in the chat right there. And then he also says, going for 3 in a row. I don't know if a lot of y'all noticed too, noticed and thought about, but the Saints have not won 3 in a row since 2022, which is crazy to say, man. That's crazy. So Saints win today. They win 3 in a row, man. That'll be really good going forward. For the Saints in the future, that'll be really awesome there. And Nas, it's always good to have you in the chat, man. It's good to see you, man, in the background. Of course, like I said, my dad, he's making his way up in here. I also want to mention in here the Saints inactives, key inactives for today. Hugo Imadi, of course, is not in there. He's going to be inactive. Rajon Wright, inactive. Alvin Kamara for sure. Another week. I'm pretty much sure he's going to be out for the rest of the season. We can probably just mark that out for the rest of the season. Cesar Ruiz, he hurt himself last game. He's out for today's game. Asim Richards is out. Zaire Mitchell-Payton out. Christian Boyd, he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Devon Vele, he hurt himself. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. And also Devin Neal, he hurt himself last game as well. He is out for the rest of the season. So the Saints don't have a lot to work with. That's another thing, that this is going to be something that we watch and monitor, because Tyler Shuck is going to have to operate this offense with really damn near nothing. He's got Chris Olave, but other than that, and Jawan Johnson, but other than that, god dang, who do we have? Damn it. They added some guys. They added Naheem Naheem Hines from the Colts. I don't know if you guys remember this guy.
I remember him.
He was pretty good, for a couple of years for the Colts. He actually
and Buffalo.
Yes, and Buffalo. He's actually recovering from injuries, major injuries in his career. So he's trying to resurge his career. So maybe he does something today. And then they picked up this no-name guy. He played,
Cooks,
yes, Cooks. He played for the Eagles for a little bit. But he's a tall guy, six foot
6'4".
four. So we need big guys. Hope, yeah, maybe he can do something today. Maybe he can prove that he belongs on this roster. Who knows? Let's just see what he looks like out there today. Mason Tipton, of course, we've been wanting to see you since preseason. This is a good chance for you to go ahead and get some run, get some more reps, and do something out there today. So we'll see a lot of guys out there that we haven't seen all season long and make their way. Tyler Shuck, like I said, he's been playing well. Really, all rest of this season without really the main guys that we've had before. Rashid Shaheed got traded and everything like that. All the top tier guys we've had, he's played with seemingly the backups anyway. So it's just another week in the park for Tyler Shuck, and I'm excited to see what he does again today. Just another week of growth, just to continuously build off of the wins that he's been able to build so far this season. I
So
was
is the new wide receiver active? Is he active for this week?
Yes, he is active today. He
Wow.
will he
How
will
they
be
just
playing.
I guess they're
He
gonna play him in that position for your boy Big Talk Vile.
Yeah,
They're gonna play him.
Vele, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
He'll
gonna
be
play him in
probably
that.
playing in that role. Also today too, I want y'all to know that Cameron Jordan has his family all out on the damn football field, and I don't want this to fly all over y'all heads because yeah, that may sound normal, but that um his fans, I mean his family coming out like the way that they're showing out today. They haven't publicly said anything, but it looks like they are operating today as if this may be Cam Jordan's last home game as a Saint. This may be it. This I mean I'm looking at head signs of Cam Jordan. I'm looking at full-fledged family. I ain't talking about just immediate family of Cam Jordan. I'm looking at everybody out there for this last home game of the
Well,
season.
that would be sad. That would be
I
sad.
wouldn't be surprised today would be the last home game for Cameron Jordan out
I was
there. So
hoping he gave it one more try.
yeah, surprisingly this year, not gonna lie
He
to you,
played good.
I thought he's been playing well. Yeah, he played very 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 well.
Hmm.
But I mean, I wouldn't be mad either if this is his last season. He deserves to go out whenever he wants to go out. He's done everything he can in the black and gold to bring a damn ring to the black and gold. Um,
Well,
I
I think he's gonna end up like Michael Strahan, and he's gonna go into to the national media. He's gonna be calling
yeah
games and doing commentary because he has a great he's really good at the being in the public eye. He's really good with that.
yeah yeah.
Yeah,
He
great.
has a really good personality for that. We
Yeah, I
talk
can see him
about
on NFL Network. I can
yeah
see him doing a lot of public.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see him doing it.
We talk about Jameis Winston, but he's a funny guy too. He cracks a lot of jokes. He's a good personality. I can definitely see him doing that.
Yeah, but
Um,
I don't see Jameis ending his football career. He still think he can play, but you know.
yeah, yeah. Well, we yeah. Jameis still got some time left, but I can definitely see sports broadcaster in his in
In his
his
future.
his next role and everything. But also too, 50 Cent is gonna be out today. He's probably gonna have a halftime performance at the game.
What?
He gave Tyler Shuck a dap up before the game today, acting like he
Wait,
should
wait,
be.
the rapper 50 Cent?
Yes, the rapper 50 Cent
What?
is in the dome today. He is in the dome.
What the
Act,
hell? How
he
did they get how did
he's
they get
acting
him?
like he a damn Saints fan today, knowing damn
How
well
did
he
they
not.
get him?
It's random. It's very random because
Oh,
the Saints, they're
they
not
normally
known
get
to
they normally get locals, they normally get, they don't. That's kind of shocking.
right.
You
Right.
know, they really. I could have seen them getting Bootsy or somebody, but I mean, come on, man, you. Wow. Now we
Yeah.
do know that Bootsy is an Atlanta Hawk fan, but he's a Saints fan for
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
I don't know how they become Atlanta Hawk fans. Him and Wayne.
Well, it's we got a lot of New Orleans homegrown men out there that just they'll maybe get one team, they'll like one team, and then the other team they want to go somewhere else,
Yeah, but
or
when we start winning, then they're gonna try to
then they
come in
want to
and
hop
down.
on the bandwagon. Yeah,
Uh,
so you know how that go. They just they
yeah.
wishy washy with it. By the way, too, the Saints today are wearing their gold jerseys again. They opened the season in their gold jerseys. They will be ending their season, their home season, in the gold jerseys. They're wearing black helmets and in the gold again. So that's
I hope
another.
it brings some luck this time because they haven't won in them black helmets yet.
Yes,
They have not won in the black helmets. I
yes,
don't care what jersey it is. I'm talking about the black helmets. They have no victories, including back in the 70s when they first came out with them.
yeah,
They that preseason they didn't win that. So
yeah,
so
yeah.
if we don't win, we might need to get rid of the
Might need
black.
to, throw those in the trash can or something, because I don't know what it is about us
Because I like
wearing
the white
black.
ones. I like the white ones. Now we won with the white ones.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I enjoy I think it looks nice. I really do. I just we need to win in them. Damn it! I mean, come on now. It pays to look good. You got to win. You got to win with it. Also, too, in big news as well. Our newly kicker now. He
Yeah,
he he has
3 years.
he has
Smith,
signed a 3-year contract,
a
dog.
3-year contract.
A
Wow.
3-year contract to stay in New Orleans. He has earned his spot over here in New Orleans and has
And they
become.
released the other kicker, so
Yes, they
that was
have.
a very short
They
stint.
released Cade York. So Charlie Smith, they
Earned his
believed in him.
sweet.
They believed in him. He has earned
And
his
Blake
spot.
Grupe is earned his spot over there in Indianapolis. He and had the nerves to be throwing shots at New Orleans like New
Yeah,
Orleans just I mean literally like he didn't lose his like we did him something wrong.
yeah. It's very funny to see that from afar. He goes the next week that he was released and hits a 60-yard field goal in the wind, by the way, in
Right.
Seattle, and hits that sucker. But in New Orleans,
He couldn't
you
hit a
know,
fly.
a 40-yard field goal in the dome, no win, you know, he
He
misses
couldn't
it.
hit it. He
It,
couldn't
it
hit the
just it
cow
doesn't make
shits with a
sense to me,
banjo.
man. It doesn't make sense. We had such high hopes for Groupie, and for him to make that.
Groupie.
I mean, the comments, man. I was like, bro, we done everything we could to keep you, bro. All you had to do is hit your kicks. I mean, you got one job, one
But
job.
I don't know if you notice about Kellen Moore. Okay, he's not gonna. You notice Kellen Moore will not yell at you. He will not scream at you. He will not even show. But when he literally released people, he just let them go nicely. Like the whole time he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna stick." And then next thing you know, he was gone. So
Yeah,
that just go to show you, Kellen Moore may not. He may seem to be nice person, but he's still about business. You can see like certain players get released and you know he's a solid one of them silent people like hey you're not doing your job I'm just going you're not going to play.
yeah. He gives a lot more grace than a lot of other coaches. I do say that, maybe he's
Might
doing
be a
it.
players coach look like
He,
a
he
player
he might be doing it just because of this season, because this was
evaluating.
evaluation and development year, and I feel like he was given a lot of wiggle room to a lot of players just because of that. But I do see that out of Kellen, that ain't just quick to just pull the trigger on people and let them go, or
Do
fire
all
them,
this
or do all
initiative.
these things. And I'm not mad at that. Yeah, people are human. We're human. I know these are athletes. People make mistakes. Like they deserve second chances. Like don't fire them just because they had one bad game, or try to get rid of them quickly like that. But But I do notice that about
Well,
Kellen
it
Moore.
disgusts me seeing Need for Sheed run a touchdown back for the
Yes,
Seed.
yes,
Oh my
yes.
God! I understand we had to let him go, but God, Lee, man,
Yeah.
it really
Well,
hurts
you know
seeing.
what? The biggest thing, I'm glad you kind of brought up Rashishi. I've seen a lot of Saints fans, and Saints fans tend to do this now. I don't know why Saints fans do this, but they go ahead
We're gonna
and
blame Mickey.
yeah, like if they see a player that we had before have success on another team, and they're like, "Oh, here we go again, Rashid Shaheed. We let him go, and he's doing so great on this other team." Well, if you really look at it,
You're not at
Rashid
wide receiver.
Shaheed, Rashid Shaheed at receiver has not done anything. He has not done anything since he's left New
Nope.
Orleans. I mean, all his touchdowns receiving this
Special
year has
teams.
become from the Saints, you
because he's
know,
been used.
and
Seattle
and
using him
now
right.
the kickoff return, the special teams, which we all knew he was valuable because of that. We all knew that.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna make a name and do that, but everybody was hyping up that he was supposed to just take the top off the defenses over there in Seattle, and he has not done that yet. You know, and I just I want to bring that up to Saints fans because a lot of y'all just overreact, man. Y'all just go ahead and y'all act like, man, we lost the trade.
And they don't understand. They don't understand that the Saints are trying to not go. They're trying to eliminate the cap hell situation, and they buying for the long run. They want to go through the draft. You know, going to probably this year
Yeah,
draft going to address that the wide receiver position, and free agency while picking up linemen and stuff like that. So the Saints are trying to clear themselves out for the future.
yeah, man. Like people don't realize half of the success that we're having this year is because that trade was actually needed. I hate to say that. You know, I love Rashid
It was
Shaheed.
And
needed
you
for
actually,
Vile.
You know, but it was
you
needed. You
actually
got to
also
clear room
correct
for
too.
Vele and Chris Olave too. Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed are similar. You know, you
And you
can't have
notice that Olave is starting to eat now because
yes
he
because Rashid
wasn't.
Shaheed is gone. You know that
I was just
opens up
about
a
to say
lot
that
for a
too.
lot of these guys. That's similar players, man. Like, and I don't think people, talk about these things and talk about how much this actually improved the Saints.
Yes, and you
They're
was
just looking
correct.
at the fact that we lost Rashid Shaheed.
You
And,
were
and
just
that's
right, EJ.
understandable.
Well,
That's
I don't see the quarterback happen to force it to Rasheed because when he was playing, I noticed that with Spencer Rattler, I noticed that with Tyler Chuck when he first came, that they were looking one way down the field and it was just going to the one guy that they felt that was the speedster. I noticed
Mm-hmm.
that Tyler Shuck is spreading to dudes that we never heard. Okay, so he's
right.
getting the ball all
Because
over
the
the place.
chemistry.
So that's that, and that's like the guy that you said who's not active, Mitchell, Peyton Mitchell, whatever his name.
Yeah.
Tight
I
end.
don't know why the man never got another shot. I don't know why he's benched because he caught the
Hurt.
ball that the only play he got in, he caught it.
Yeah.
He hurt. He hurt right now.
Yeah, I think he got a little injury going on. That's probably why he not playing today. But Kevin
Mm-hmm.
Austin Jr. he stepped up last week. He's gonna be playing today. He's trying to make his case that hey, keep me on this damn roster. Stop
All
putting
he
me on the
does is
practice
catch the
squad.
ball. Now, I mean, he's not a flashy guy. Kevin Austin catches the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Six
I'm,
two.
I'm actually interested to see what he does today and
Mm-hmm.
get some run. Maliki Matavo, the guy we drafted, the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
He gets some run today.
He gets some reps, and he's a guy that I was big on coming out of UCLA. He's a
Yes,
guy that has that Jimmy Graham type of size.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just
I'm
he's a
I'm
blocking
interested
tight end.
to see him, get some run. Estime too. He had him a good game last week. He
Mm-hmm.
intrigued me. He really intrigued me last week,
Mm-hmm.
and
There's
and
something wrong, y'all.
huh?
I hear cracking. You hear cracking?
That's you a little bit. I think you having a little bit of some connection problems, but
Okay, let me come on back.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Estime, he played pretty well. He's gonna get the bulk of the run. I know, like I said, I mentioned Hines. He's gonna be a part of the backfield, but Estime played damn good. Evan Hall was another one that had a little bit of run last week. So I'll be looking at those guys. Some of these guys that we don't really know like that and not familiar with. These are times that you just look at some of these guys and you say, all right, who do we have? What can they do? Are they keepable? Can we move forward with these guys? And if not, if they don't play well, then hey, it doesn't hurt you. You're just looking at it. You're just trying to see, what they look like. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I said, we got three more games left, counting today. So the Jets today, we got the Titans on the road, and then we finish with the Dirty Birds on the road. So I'm hoping we see a lot of fight today, continuously see some good action, and continuously ride this win streak. 2 games is great. Let's get to 3. I don't know if y'all heard the Pelicans. They were on their own little winning streak. They didn't got to 4-game winning streak. Let's see the Saints do 3 games and 4 games as well, man. Let's continuously keep the momentum going in New Orleans right now, because the sports teams, hey, it's looking good, man. We looking hopeful out there. Everybody can be a little look forward to something now. There was a moment this year that you looked at the Saints, you was like, oh my gosh, this was like what we saw last year with Dennis Allen in a debacle. It looked bad. It looked horrible. But now you feel a lot better about things. You feel like this team is starting to turn the corner. You feel like Kellen Moore is establishing his culture on this roster, and you're really feeling like you're starting to see flashes from players. You're starting to see this draft class that we just got this year. You're starting to see a lot of these guys. You're starting to get excited about a lot of this stuff. So you feel real good, man. You feel real excited. And by the way, too, I gotta talk. I hear Dad kind of cracking in the background. Dad, if you can hear us back there, you still cracking a little bit. If you need to get back off and come back on again, or move in a different spot or something like that, but you still having some connection problems back there.
Mm-hmm.
But also too, I got to throw this out here, Nas. You know, we just beat Carolina, we just beat Tampa Bay, so they having a little match right now, and things is getting real intense in the NFC South as
Chippy.
far as that. I hope both of them lose today, but the Saints have made it hard in the NFC South because because the way that we just really ruined their seasons. We wasn't supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be Tampa Bay, we wasn't supposed to be Carolina, and now we got a very intense NFC South playoff games that's about to be hitting on
Thank
today
the one person, EJ.
and a
Thank
couple
the
of
one
weeks.
person for that. Tyler.
Yeah, yeah. Tyler just came in
ever
and ruined
since,
dreams.
ever since Tyler came in, everybody, every player, even if in production ain't the same from everybody has played around Tyler. Everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
That
You know,
that tells you that's special. You
that's
look at two players that spoke highly about Devin Neal and Taysom. It was
yeah.
after that, yeah, they both spoke very highly. They said, bro, this kid, they basically said this rookie's different.
You
He's
you
different.
you even heard Chase Young too. Chase Young, it's like,
Hmm.
man, Tyler
He's
Shuck's starting
different.
to look like that guy. You got
He know he different.
Demario was kind of saying some things. Like
Hmm.
Tyler Shuck has really come in. I'm glad you brought that up. Like Tyler has really come in since he started.
Everybody is bought in with
Yeah,
Tyler.
yes,
Everybody is bought in.
yes, and it's no shot.
No disrespect on Spencer Rattler. It's just here was the cadence of what was going on.
Right,
The offense under Spencer Rattler, they weren't playing with no soul, no conviction, no energy. Just it was just stagnant. And it's no
right.
knock again, no knock on Spencer. It's just one the second Tyler came in, whole different attitude. That defense played with a different attitude. We thought they was playing with attitude. They playing with some quantum leap
Yeah,
balls right now.
yeah,
They playing
man.
serious. They ain't playing. They
And
ain't playing.
we got to talk a little bit more too about Brandon Staley, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quite notice. I didn't realize that that these boys it was playing that good under Brandon Staley. I'm thinking we having one of the worst statistical, defenses this year. We was
No.
top 12, man. Top 12 in the league, man. This man has got this
Overall.
defense
So
balling right now.
we'll
You
be
know,
back to top 10. If
yeah.
we go these 3 games out, we'll be back to top 10 defense.
That's crazy. That's crazy to
Mhm.
say. And the thing is too, nobody is talking about this either. No, the Saints have not allowed a receiver to go over 100 yards on the defense. No, they have not
The
allowed
whole season.
the whole season. Like they have not allowed, and we've
Uh,
played some top dogs this year. We played some
mhm.
receiver ones this year that you would have thought would have came in into against our defense and would have went crazy, but it just hasn't happened.
You know
And
what that say? That means they playing for Brandon Staley too.
yeah, yeah, and you know what? I'm happy, bro. I'm happy for
We went.
Brandon Staley.
Mhm.
I'm really looking forward to what he's about to bring come next year. And now that he's got 1 year under him now, that
As
new
defensive
scheme,
coordinator,
yeah,
that defensive
that
coordinator
new
back as
scheme,
defensive coordinator.
yes, that
This
that
is the formula that I was telling everybody, even your dad and you. I even said the same thing. We have to get back to the formula that got us in the playoffs.
yeah.
A high name, a caliber offensive head coach, and a caliber defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah. I like the scheme, man. The scheme that going to that 3-4. I didn't think it was gonna fit us like that, but man, it's
Man, that three
amazing.
four. The last time the Saints had a 3-4 defense that was rocking like this, and that was back in the Dome Patrol days. See, I come up with when Ricky Jackson, Pat Swillen, we had the best full linebackers in the history. You know what I'm saying? Vaughn Johnson, Sam Mills. That was the last time we ran a good 3-4. No, and you know what?
Mhm.
I'm wrong. The last time we ran the 3-4 was under Ryan brother. What his name? Rob Ryan.
Rob Ryan.
Rob
Rob
Ryan. That
Ryan, yep,
1 year. That Rob Ryan. They were top five that 1 year, and then the next year, Sean Payton interfered with the man, and they went hard. They went from top five to all the way to 25, and then
yep,
Sean Payton got rid of Rob Ryan. But
yep,
that was the last time, and we was running the 3-4 under Rob Ryan. That was the last time.
yep.
But the
That,
Saints
that
had great histories of being a 3-4.
that's crazy. That you totally correct on that, Dad. And I forgot about Rob Ryan. You know, Rob Ryan he had that one good year, and then after
One
that,
good
it was
year.
all hell broke loose. Everybody was like, "Get
Sean
him the
Payton went to
hell out of the
interfering.
way."
He
Yeah,
wouldn't. He wouldn't stay out of the man business, man. Sean, the only dude that listened to Sean Payton was Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen.
yep,
Sean
And
Payton
Dennis
went.
Allen.
Think about this. I want y'all to think about this. The Sean Payton got rid of Steve Spagnuolo. Steve
yep.
Spagnuolo wound up winning multiple Super
How many
Bowls
championships with the Chiefs?
with the Kansas City Chiefs, and he
Yep,
won one. And he won one with the Giants.
yep.
So Sean didn't want to allow these. He had an ego. He didn't want nobody as high as him. In the chart. Yeah, see, Dennis Allen quiet. Dennis Allen mind his business. You know what I'm saying?
Dennis Allen under that 4-3 had us in top
But
10.
Dennis Allen got the Bears looking good. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
He got that.
speaking
He got them
speaking
boys
of
top 10
Dennis Allen,
defense.
the Bears they had them a crazy win against the Packers yesterday.
Wow,
I
all like
mean,
Caleb
man,
Williams, man. Caleb Williams threw that ball up, and Moore comes down with the catch.
yup. Hey man, I'm not gonna
But
lie to
Jordan
you.
Love didn't play that game. Jordan Love did not play that game. It was Willis.
Yeah,
Or I don't know if Jordan Love got knocked out, but all I know is Willis was playing in that game.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Jordan got
they
hurt.
looking
Jordan got hurt
dangerous
that
out
game.
there in Chicago. Not gonna lie to you. I gotta give props when I see it. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie. And then gotta give props to the Broncos since we brought Sean Payton up in here. I gotta give props to them. They look good over there in the
Hmm.
AFC. They kind of remind me of when our 2018,
2019,
2017,
scene defenses
I'm not giving
dominant.
Sean Payton no props. I'm sour with Sean Payton. I'm not giving him because he left our team in shambles.
yeah,
Sean Payton, look, he walked out on the New Orleans Saints, And he thanked everybody. See, I didn't caught on to Sean Payton. Sean Payton went into the Broncos. He knew he wasn't going to stick with Russell Wilson. He was an older quarterback. He wound up. He went to a better cap situation than New
two
Orleans.
different personalities.
He went to a better cap. Ain't no just no personality. It's something else. But the
Russell
cap
Wilson.
situation.
Russell Wilson's
Cap
a laid back.
situation. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but no, it's more than just being a laid back. Come on, man. Let's just think about it.
Mm-hmm. Sean
Sean
Payton's
Payton,
outspoken.
it
Very
wasn't no
outspoken.
outspoken. Was Sean Payton? How many black quarterbacks Sean Payton had? That he just literally. Let's just be honest. And the ones he had was all backups.
Yeah.
Teddy
I'm not.
Bridgewater,
I'm not trying to say
Jameis
nothing, but let's just
Winston.
be real.
I don't know.
And Jameis
Teddy Bridgewater,
Winston
Jameis
didn't
Winston.
last that long. He tried to handcuff Jameis Winston.
Because
He
he
ain't
didn't
had
desire him.
Jameis Winston throwing the ball, man.
Yeah.
He didn't
He
desire
wasn't.
him.
He wasn't trusting Sean. I mean, if he really liked it, Jameis Winston, EJ, he'd have stayed with the Saints, and he would have,
Yeah.
and he would have never moved on. Okay, he left the
Mm-hmm.
Saints because he knew the cap situation was horrible. He couldn't no longer compete with the cap and
He
getting a prize
knew
free
there was
agents and
about to
stuff.
be a rebuild coming. He knew there was
He
a
knew it,
lot of
and he
it was a
wasn't willing to go through it.
yeah.
He was pulling a rebuild,
That game,
and
that
they said
game,
no.
I'm gonna tell you the game he got embarrassed. The Miami Dolphins doing COVID. We had no quarterbacks, and Ian Brooks had got thrown out there.
Yep.
That year. You remember when Ian Brooks got thrown out there on
Oh
Miami?
my God. Oh my
That was
God.
the turning point of time of Sean Payton retiring for the Saints.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that was
Boy,
the turning point.
I remember we was hyping
And they
up
made
Ian
us play
Book.
that game.
We was like, man, Ian Book might be the next Drew Brees, man. Let's see what the
Yeah, we were
kid can
thinking because
do.
what he doing in Notre Dame
Mm-hmm.
and
Larry
Sean
Man,
called
Payton's
it.
supposed to be
Larry
the
called it.
quarterback whisperer.
Larry called it.
I think it was like the first or
Man, Larry
second
talk about
play.
that about any white quarterback.
The first or second play, Ian Book threw an
Keep saying
interception
Larry.
right
You
on
you
his
need to read
time.
on what Larry be talking about. Larry said that about Larry said Drake May was horrible. He said that was the Drake May. Now, if y'all go back, he said Drake May is gonna be a bust. And Larry Carter ain't said nothing about Drake May ever since.
Yeah, Drake May is balling.
You
Drake May
don't
is
remember we
going
did a
crazy right
live
now.
and he said that Drake May was a bust and he felt that Drake May shouldn't have been high. I mean, wasn't shouldn't have been picked that high and he ain't played nobody where he come from. And I literally told him, I said they're gonna sit Drake May. They had Jacoby Brissett.
Go
They said
percent.
they had him sit for 5 games like they did Tyler Shuck. Similar, same
Mm-hmm.
way.
You know
Five
what I
Mm-hmm.
six
think it
games they let him
is?
sit.
You know what I think it is? That Josh McDaniels system is what's working for him.
Yeah,
That's it's,
that's a
yeah.
good
It ain't just
relationship
Josh
right there.
McDaniels. The
Yeah.
kid is a good quarterback. It ain't just Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels, when he became a head coach, was horrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Offensive coordinator,
His
he
system,
knows how.
his,
Remember
his
how he
system
got
didn't work with the Raiders. His system didn't work with, I
Derek
mean, with the
Carr.
Broncos. It didn't work nowhere else.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Just as
That's
offensive
very
coordinator,
true.
he one of the best. He one of the best offensive coordinators.
No,
He,
Drake May is just a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Drake May is gonna be it's gonna tear up Tom Brady's records, and it's just gonna be. I mean, I see it already. The
It's
dude
just
is
it's gonna be a good Drake May, Josh Allen rivalry in that like similar like Drew Brees and Matt
already
Ryan.
about to take that division.
Yeah, they about to have a good rivalry
And
going
the
on,
Jets
man.
are going to get Mendoza. I can see the
That's
Jets
what it
getting
looks like.
Mendoza.
That's what it looks
I
like.
can see and Mendoza sound like a Jet quarterback. I can see it now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I look. He
Jacksonville,
seemed like a Jet quarterback.
What
J-
you know what's funny about
Justin
you
Fields
bringing that
wrong.
up though, because immediately when we was talking about Aaron Glenn liking the type of quarterback Tyler Shuck is, well, if you look at Mendoza is just
Same
like a
way.
Tyler Shuck.
Same
Six
way.
six.
So I
Mendoza six
mean,
six.
I can see automatically come this draft, whether they trade up or they go ahead and he just falls in their hands, they're
That's
going to
one of
try to
the
do
picks.
everything they can to get Fernando Mendoza over there, man. That just looks
Mm-hmm.
like what is about to be over there. Now, I feel bad for Justin Fields because the Jets just didn't have a roster. Damn it! I mean, I still like the kid. I really think Justin Fields has the intangibles. To me, I mean,
Nah, I don't
that's
think
just
so.
that's just my
I
opinion.
think we were all wrong about Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields, um, how many chances you gonna get? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mhm.
he's not making other players. He's similar to what I see about Rattler. You're not making players better around you. Okay, you could put up stats, you could run around, you could do a lot of things, but are you making other players around you better? Similar to what you see Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck is gonna play today without damn near no roster. No. He's gonna go out there throwing it to guys
You
we ain't
know
never
this.
heard of.
You know what
But
this remind
guess
me
what?
of?
But guess what? Does he make a difference? See, quarterback makes a difference. Quarterbacks make players around him that are unknown, similar what Drew Brees did with Willie Snead and
Hmm.
Lance Moore and many other players that Drew Brees played with. Elevate. A quarterback is able to spread the
Brandon
ball around and
Coleman.
elevate.
Brandon
If
Coleman.
you're if you're able to elevate, I don't see that in Fields. Justin Fields don't have that it factor. He don't make everybody around him better.
He's like Zach Wilson too. Just
The only
easier
person I'm
running
worried
back.
about watching today, I'm gonna be very scared of is Brees Hall because Brees
Yeah.
Hall
Yes,
is what he's always a
yes.
threat to. And if I'm the Saints, I would think about picking him up in free agents.
I, you know what? That's a great sleeper pickup now for the Saints right there. The Saints need a running back. Whether they do it in the draft or whether they do it through free agency, they need another running back on this damn roster. And I don't know what that means for AK. I really don't. But they need to find some way to get another running back, and they
Explosive.
need
We need a home run hitter. Saints
yes,
need a home run
Brees
hitter
Hall.
type of running back.
If
yes,
we
And
get
and
Brees Hall would
it's
be
either
like
gonna
my
be
nigga.
Loves. I mean like Loves, the kid I like.
Jeremiah Love
Yeah,
or
Jeremiah Love falls to the Saints, man. That's a no brainer, bro. That's a no brainer.
yeah.
Because we kind of like winning these games, so we pushing our draft stock back down to 7 and 8. So if that's the case, then I'm going to look at the Saints going for the running back, go for the playmaker on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go get
That
you a
Or
wide
or
receiver or a running
get you
back.
a receiver or a
what
running
about
back.
that? What about that tight end? David. David something.
I'm
I
not picking
seen
no
his
tight
name.
end at that. I'm not picking no tight end at
I
that
would
slot.
do tight end. I would do tight end a little later in the draft. I wouldn't worry
No
too
later, man.
much.
Second round, third round, maybe fourth
Yeah.
round.
Yeah. I wouldn't
I'm
worry
not
about
spending a high investment on a tight end that you can probably get in the third round.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but more than anything, the Jets they still have a lot of their skilled players out there that's gonna be playing today. Like you mentioned, that Brees Hall, the Saints are
Yeah,
gonna have to worry about him running around today.
they
I
gonna
mean, you
Um,
get a
kill him
chance
this
to watch
game.
him today. You get a, I
I
mean,
mean,
I hope he don't explode on the Saints. And then we have an unknown quarterback, Brady Cooks. We're playing Brady Cooks, who I watched him at Missouri, and I thought he was a decent quarterback at Missouri. When Missouri was winning, winning with in the SEC, he was playing pretty good. Had him in the top bowl game, and Brady Cooks is a guy that I wouldn't sleep on him. We don't know too much about him. I mean, it seems like every time we play unknown rookies, they always seem to have their best day against the Saints.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so now maybe that's the pass of the other pass teams because this we don't know under Kellen Moore, but I'm kind of
I watched
concerned.
his pro day. I watched
Yeah,
his pro day. He was I. He I quarterback.
I wouldn't sleep on him though. I'm just hoping that the
I'm
Saints
not
just
sleeping
don't
on
come.
him. He's
They
not a
don't come
runner.
in
He's
this game and just they don't sit there and lay
I
down.
would have worried if if Justin Field would have played or that other quarterback. What his name?
Tyrod
Tyrod
Taylor.
Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor.
Because Saints have struggles against running quarterbacks. We're playing Brady Cooks. So Brady Cooks is not a running quarterback. So
Mm-mm.
he's not a guy that's going to be running around like that.
Definite pocket
So
passer. Definite pocket
we might
passer.
have an opportunity to get some interceptions today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as offensively for the Saints, Aaron Glenn's gonna send the house. He will be sending the
Oh
house
yeah,
today.
he's a blitz crazy coordinator. He's going to try to blitz. And Hopefully, the Kellen Moore can take advantage of it.
Yeah. Hopefully that we can build
Maybe
some type of
Mason Tipton,
momentum.
maybe Mason Tipton hit up the seam. Maybe we see Mason
Maybe,
Tipton go.
maybe, but the thing is that like the Saints have to find something today. They have to find something that they're comfortable with. Maybe feed Chris Olave the football. Maybe force feed him the football. I don't know, but they got to find a way to not go ahead and get down so fast in these football games and revert back to what they was doing,
They got a few defensive
before.
players you don't sleep
Well,
on.
we need to start with this is a team. This is a team that I feel like we should be able to take the lead on. I want to see us start fast for a change. Okay,
Right,
take the lead and stand on the lead. That's what I want to see out of this Saints team. I know we depleted with injuries, but the Jets are depleted also. Jets don't have nobody out there just like we don't. Go look at the
right,
injury report. Both
right,
teams are depleted. So there's no
Hmm.
excuses for the Saints. If the Saints lose, the only thing I can sit there and say is, hey, the draft position. But other
right.
than that, I want to see the Saints win, man. I want to see the Saints go on a winning streak and win out. It's only going to go into next year and help and be better for
I
Tyler Shuck.
mean,
It brings
could y'all
confidence in Tyler
could
Shuck.
y'all believe going into this season we talking about that the Saints have a chance to actually finish the season 7-10. There was
That
a
would be
point
unbelievable.
there was a point in this season where it looked like that was not possible. And right now, if they just win these last three games, I
You know how
mean,
big 7 games would be for the team going into next year?
That
that
would
would be
help Tyler's
huge.
develop. That'll help Tyler's development and
Man,
That
confidence.
that would be
Tyler would
huge.
be, if they win these next 3 games, Tyler record would be
6-3. Six and
six
three.
and three. Wow.
Hmm.
6-3.
Wow. Do you know what that would be like for Tyler Shuck to go into next year? Because, I mean, how long did it take? Now, I don't want Spencer Rattler fans get mad with me, but how long did it take Spencer Rattler to get his first victory?
My God. I mean, he was
I
about
mean, I'm just
oh,
saying.
he was
5 games.
0-11 or 0-12 by the time he got
There's
his
1 in
first win.
13 as a starter.
I mean, man, so
It took him 5 games.
that's amazing.
Five games. If you won in 13, I took you 5 games.
Yeah. You start
to
one first week, second week, third week, fourth week.
No, I
All of a
said
sudden,
he's 1 in 13.
I know.
So how is that 5 games? You talking about this year? That what you
Yeah, I'm
saying,
talking
huh?
about. I'm talking about how long. You did say how long did it take Spencer Rattler to win a game? It took him 5 games just to get one. 4 games, and then it count the Giants game of he had to play that game just to win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Randy said that is a great record for a rookie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, look,
if he gets to 6 and 3, I mean, we're talking about momentum. That is something good to go into the next year. That would be similar. I mean, I think that's what Penix did. Michael Penix did with Atlanta last
Hmm.
year. I think it was
yeah,
about the same record, huh?
that was almost similar. Michael
Yeah, because
About
Penix
the
he
same.
played. He came in a half of the year and he took
Yeah,
over
he
for
went on a
Cousins.
on a on a little run over there in Atlanta, and everybody
Hmm.
got hyped about him and everything like that. He's a great. Which I'm not gonna knock the kid. The kid is he's a good quarterback. It's just
Yeah,
his
but that
injury
that
history.
ACL tear was a blow, bro.
Yeah,
He had 2 of them in already in
In
college, and
college.
then he have another one. That I wonder if he ever going to be the same ever.
yeah,
I
And he
yeah.
mean, the Falcons
27.
might be thinking about going and get a quarterback again.
He 27. That's a
I
I
agree. I
think
think
that's
Shuck
he
has a
does
little
have
bit
more
more.
tools.
hmm
Yeah, Shuck has a little bit more in his bag than Penix to me. I agree on that.
hmm
Yeah,
You know,
Shuck's something special, bro. Shuck is special. I've been seeing this, and now I'm starting to see Shuck getting a lot of people like kind of turning the page on Shuck, trying to say, "Oh, I didn't know he could do this. I didn't know he was that athletic." Well, all you had to do was do your homework, and I think some of these podcasters they may be more famous than us. They might have more people, more numbers. People tend to follow popularity and shit like that, but I don't think nobody is realer than the Baddest Sports Show podcast. And I just think
We've
that a
been
lot of
saying this
people,
though. We were
yeah, we be
we
calling
can
out stuff that
we
people
can
and see.
actually say we were the first ones to come up on here and tell everybody about Tyler Shuck and that this might happen, you know.
But they
And
looked at us like clowns, and they Saints fans rather they say, you know what, man, these guys have some good take. They and rather than subscribe to us, we all supposed to be the Who Dat Nation. We all supposed to be supporting the Saints, and y'all pick and choose on who y'all want to support. And I just think that is some bullshit when it comes down. I think they got a lot of haters out here. Because by now we shouldn't be still at 500, almost 500 followers.
yeah,
We should be on well over 1,000. We've been doing this now for 3 years. Is it 3 years, EJ?
yeah, three
And
years
I
now.
think it's sad that they pick and choose on who they want to support when it comes down to the Who That Nation.
Randy hit it on the head too with this, man. He said some Saints fans are still in denial about how good this guy is and still hell bent on Shadur.
They
Like,
are. They
like
still
they,
talking about Shador. Shador put up. I think the last game Shador threw 3 interceptions, and he had no touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and he was like he had a horrible rating of a 51 or something like that.
yeah,
And I'm not trying to take a jab at him, but what my thing is this: you guys never gave Tyler Shuck any chance. Okay,
right.
never. Calvin say, I love this show, but I haven't clowned Tyler yet. Yeah, shout out to you, my brother. I just think that as Saints fans, we should support all Saints channels. All Saints fans channels should all podcasts that have to do with the Saints. We should support all New Orleans. Anything that have to do with the Saints. I'm not a hater. I go over there, I support TJ Jones. I go over there and support Big Q. I'm always in their chats. But I think it's just sad if you're not quote unquote big out there, that they and then my son is a professional reporter. That's what he does. He's a sport. He be at the Saints games. He be reporting in the dome. He's talking to Kellen Moore. What better to have an insider than my son, who works for a television? I mean, what I want to say, EJ, a television station,
News
a
station.
news station. And I just think it's sad. I mean, my son gets paid to do this. And some of you guys pick and choose on who y'all want to support. It just and I be watching. You do when I do the analytics, we got more people who are unsubscribed to us. They'll watch us, but they're unsubscribed. How you gonna be in there watching and won't subscribe? That just to me phony.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You watching, so why would you be in the curtains? They be watching EJ, but they don't show up in the chat, but they watching us. It's just unbelievable to me. And I'm like, what did I do you to where you can't just subscribe and we all supposed to be the Who That Nation.
Now,
It
Randy,
just don't it make
Randy on their head though. I love him when he's saying
yeah, I
here.
love Randy. I love
He
Randy.
thought if Shadur Dart or Ward did what
And we
Tyler
gotta
did,
make Randy a mod, EJ. We gotta make
then
Randy a mod.
shows like Nightcap and other major platforms will be in a chokehold. I totally agree. If Shadur did what Tyler has done, if Dart has done what Tyler has done this year, if Cam Ward even, which I don't think they give a Cam Ward even credit, you know, and then
They don't.
they don't even give Cam Ward
And,
credit
and,
like
and,
that.
and that to me, that makes me upset when you just said that, and that's what makes me upset is the fact that Cam Ward is the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah,
And yes, he's not having a great year, but he hasn't gotten any exposure. He hasn't gotten any exposure. How many times you ever seen the number 1 pick not getting any exposure?
right.
Nobody talks about the number 1 pick.
They don't like
And
his
y'all talking
personality,
about Shador
honestly.
and not even, and then y'all want to talk about, I mean, come on, man. And if it's about black quarterback, why you not supporting that black quarterback?
Exactly. Exactly.
But because he don't have
Exactly.
Sanders on the back of his he don't have Sanders on the back of his name, and then that's a problem.
It's crazy, man. Like, and Cam Ward has a crazier backstory. Cam Ward wasn't recruited, man. The man was a zero star. The
He
man,
wasn't.
this man went to Miami, and and
He had
and,
no
and
stars.
that man here one season at Miami and became the number one draft pick, man. I mean, come on now. You can't create a better story than that. You can't do that, man. And it's just sad they don't give him his credit either.
He
You
don't
know,
get no flowers at all, and
but
it's just a shame. Nobody talks about this kid, he's playing with a horrible organization right now. He's playing with the Tennessee Titans, who have not they fired their coach. They haven't put nothing around the kid. Okay,
They fired the
but the
GM.
young man is yeah. But nobody's talking about him in Tennessee, and he's not playing horrible. He's just
yeah,
playing with a bad football team.
yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. He also Randy
Randy
also
says
said,
Shannon Sharp and Ocho whole show would be about glazing Sanders, and you know why? Because Shannon Sharp and Dion are good friends,
yeah,
and and it shouldn't be about that. It shouldn't be about friends and stuff. It should be about literally trying to talk about the best players. We can't be
right,
like that. And one thing
right.
about us here on the Baddest Sports Show podcast, we're not gonna make excuses. We're gonna call it what we see. And the
Just gotta
bottom
be
line
real.
is, yeah, we took a lot of backlash over here last year about Derek Carr. We took a lot of backlash about a lot of situations in New Orleans. But because some people like Winston, some people don't, some people like Derek Carr. And it split the whole fan base. The whole fan base got split. And it's just unbelievable.
It
Yeah,
got
The
split
whole
when Teddy
fan,
Bridgewater.
because of these quarterbacks in New Orleans, ever since
Teddy
Drew Brees,
Bridgewater.
ever
Teddy
since Drew
Bridgewater.
Brees, when Drew Brees retired, ever since Teddy got it, and Drew Brees was in at his last leg, it's
Mm-hmm.
been nothing but split fan base. It's been about race. I
They
have
did
never
it with Teddy.
seen, yeah, everybody's making football about race.
They
I
did
hate
this
that.
with Teddy. But they and the fan base, multiple people was dead wrong. And I ain't calling out no names or none of that. They said it was supposed to be
Yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater that was supposed to be the franchise quarterback. They said Jameis
crazy,
Winston was supposed to be the franchise quarterback. They said
crazy,
Spencer Rattler was supposed to be the franchise quarterback.
crazy.
And I will admit, I was of many people that said Rattler should be the franchise quarterback if Rizzy stayed the head coach.
Right.
Now, realistic situation of what's going on, I said when we drafted Tyler, that's dead.
when you draft
There
a
you go.
quarterback,
There you
we
go.
always said a coach, if you when you all right, like you brought up Rattler. It would have made sense for the Saints to stay with Rattler if it was still Kubiak as the coach. If he was still an offensive coordinator, because they drafted Rattler. Okay? So you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
want to coach the guy that you saw potential in. But because the Saints got a new coach and drafted so highly and went and got a
His
Tyler
own
Shuck,
quarterback.
naturally the guy is gonna go with the guy that he drafted. It's not
That
about
right.
it's what it is.
That right. Once you draft for once a new head coach drafts his own quarterback, that's it. Because 95% of these head coaches, you a former quarterback, right?
Right,
95 and you're a former head coach. If
right.
you would be of the 95% of head coaches, especially an offensive head coach, and say, I'm not finna settle with somebody else's leftovers. I'd rather draft my own quarterback.
You'd rather draft
Hardly.
your own.
Fellas, I don't want to cut y'all off. Y'all making awesome points on here, but we are 1 minute. Well, actually, we're at 12 o'clock noon now. Saints about to get ready to go ahead
One
and
o'clock where I'm at. 1 o'clock where I'm at. But go ahead.
yeah, you over there in Georgia over there, but
Yeah, I'm in Georgia.
in Dirty Bird land. But yeah, the Saints about to get ready to play this football game against the Jets. Real quickly, can y'all give me y'all's predictions, Dad? Real quick, what's the final score in your MVP?
I want to see the Saints. I think Tyler Shuck, because I don't see nobody else. We don't have no running backs for me to say is either. I could say Chris Olave, but I think Chris Olave gonna catch a lot of Tyler Shuck balls. And we don't have any stars on the team right now. Everybody's hurt, so I'm gonna go with Tyler Shuck. And I got him. Hey, 4 touchdowns. I'm waiting on that 4 touchdowns, so I'm gonna go with
Woo.
Tyler Shuck. And I got the Saints winning 28. They're gonna put up 28 points for the first time this year. Probably, pressing close to 30. I got them.
Woo.
The Saints winning 28-13 over the Jets.
Woo. Nas, what we got?
Give me 24-17. Tyler
Okay.
Show is the MVP.
Okay.
Is it Tyler Shuck or Tyler Show?
Same man.
I'm still trying to figure out why people say Show. Where did it get Show from Shuck from?
The way his name looks.
I'm still trying. I mean, Shuck. How do you get Show and Shuck? I mean, I ain't the smartest guy in the world, but I want to know, how do people pronounce him Show? And we already, come on now, it's spelled, how you get Show from Shuck?
Because the way his name looks.
I got.
Wait. So do the name spell Show? I mean, spell Show, y'all. EJ, spell Show.
That
don't look like it to me.
You can pronounce it either way. It goes either way.
Exactly.
But my prediction here, fellas, I'm going Saints win this football game 24-17. I think this is a little bit closer football game because I think Aaron Glenn is he's gonna bring it today. He wants to show his old football team that, hey, I got something for y'all today and want to make it tough on y'all today.
Well, he had a problem with Mickey Loomis. He said he didn't want the job because of Mickey Loomis. Well, It looked like Mickey Loomis got something personal to say that he picked a better coach. I think Mickey's going to be telling Kellen Moore win this game because remember, he turned down down the Saints because he didn't want to work with Mickey Loomis. So.
Right. So I'm going my MVP of the game, Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore wins my MVP. I think Kellen Moore wins the coaching battle. He wins the coaching battle today. And I think the Saints pull it out, man. So y'all get ready to go ahead and watch this football game. Y'all enjoy this one. We're not gonna worry about a post-game show today. Calvin, you are correct too. I got to say this again. The Pelicans are on a 4-game win streak. If y'all don't know that,
yeah, it's kind of strange that the Saints and the Pelicans are starting a streak together.
Yes. Shout out to the Saints and the Pelicans out there, man. Y'all go ahead. Y'all enjoy that game. This is the Bad Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. And the Saints got the ball first. Tyler Shuck on his first play throws it deep to Chris Olave. They miss on the first play.
Hold up now. Come on now. Let's get off. I got to see the game.
But who that up 3? 1, 2, 3. Who that?